Hey, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Mark Porter. I'm the executive pastor here. And as the name or the title says, as the executive pastor, I get to see things executed here at Live Oak, specifically related to the mission and ministry here at Live Oak. And a lot of that has to do directly with how you give financially to the mission of the church. And so what I want to do here in the next few minutes is, because we like to bring kind of a financial update from time to time, I'm going to share with you some of the ways that your financial gifts are truly making an impact across the street, across the globe, and into the next generation. When you give, obviously we're able to gather here in this room for worship, to learn, and to grow. And your kids are gathered in small groups on either end of the building if you've got kids, and they're doing the same thing. And as we gather here, we're also able to live stream our worship and our teaching 3 times a day, our 9:30, 11, and then we have an 8:30 p.m. service, and we are able to live stream that there, literally across the globe. We have somebody who tunes in from New Zealand, believe it or not. So 3 times a Sunday, this service hits Facebook, YouTube, our website, and you can tune in if you're traveling, if you're in another city, or if you live in another city. And without your giving, we would not have the technology available to do this. So thank you. Thank you for that. When you give here at Live Oak, we're able to support multiple missionary efforts, both locally and globally. We support 17 different missionary organizations, like I said, here in our community, and then across the nation and across the globe. This is one of them. This is Paul and Donna Toko. They're one of our missionaries in East Africa. And they serve Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Ethiopia. And their desire is to help people in that region know Jesus Christ. And they run the World Ablaze Bible Institute. And their heart behind this institute is that they want to see the lives of others changed by Jesus' love and power as their lives were changed. And what they do at the World Ablaze Bible Institute is that they train up disciple makers to go make disciples. And when you give financially, we are able to support folks like Paul and Donna Toko and so many others across the globe. So thank you. You are making an impact in making disciples literally across the globe. When you give, we're able to open up this building on Wednesday nights, and it is overrun with teenagers in the best possible way. It is overrun with teenagers for our Live Oak student ministry. Over 100 plus teens show up here almost every single week. They connect with their leaders. They connect with God. They grow in their faith. They have a lot of fun. I can attest to that. And they connect with their friends. And like I said, with their leaders. We were also able to see over 100 students go to camp this past summer. And Live Oak was able to provide multiple scholarships to allow kids to have a life-changing week and a life-changing experience this past summer. Your contributions, your financial gifts help teenagers know and experience the love of Jesus. So thank you. And when you give, we are able to invest in many volunteers here at Live Oak. These are 2 of them. This is Ben and Cassie. They're amazing. They invest in our next generation ministries, and they are just outstanding. And there's so many others I look around this room that I know. I don't know if you guys know this, but we put a high value on our volunteers here at Live Oak. We have about 300 volunteers, believe it or not, for a church our size. And we are committed to investing in these leaders, caring for them, supporting them, providing them training, resources, and shepherding them as they shepherd the next generation. And some of you have been blessed by that. Your families have been blessed by that because of how they've invested in your teens or your kids. Your financial gifts allow us to care for them as they care for the next generation. And last but not least, when you give, we are able to respond here locally to the felt needs of our community. Over the past year plus, as we've struggled through the COVID pandemic, Live Oak has been able to provide multiple rounds of care packages to our local hospitals and healthcare providers. providing and supporting them and loving on them, as they have done so much to serve so many of us and to serve our community. When you give, we're able to do things like this. And I only have one page. I could go on and on and on and tell you about the many ways that your financial gifts make a difference in the ministry and mission of making more and stronger followers of Jesus. So I want to say thank you so much for giving generously. It's making a difference across the street, across the globe, and into the next generation. I also want to ask you if you would consider making a prayerful and generous donation this year as we wrap up this ministry year. Right now, just to be transparent, we're running about 11% behind where we need to be. What that translates to is about $36,000. And so I want to invite you to prayerfully consider giving to the general budget as we close out this ministry year. You can give through our website, through our app, through our text to give function, and you can always give here in person, and it's easy to give. I am so thankful, and I know our staff, I speak for the staff, for our board of directors, for our elders. We're so thankful for your financial investment in the mission and ministry of Live Oak. We're thankful for your generosity, and I can't wait to see what God's going to do in 2022 through the mission and ministry of this church.